NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda, sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932, protecting the future of working families. Teamsters1932.org.
Schools eliminate their wood shops.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.
Welcome everyone here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show on KCAA Radio Network, and we are live here on Redlands, and we are covering over 5 million households here in the greater Los Angeles, and we are affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. I'm your host, Marie Antoinette Waite, and we broadcast here every Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Anyway, I am so excited today. We have two amazing guests, and they are both incredible speakers, and they are the CEO and founder of the Event Raptor. Let's welcome Steve and Jenny Erickson. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you for having us on the show, Mary.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. You know, I have been so impressed with how you have been running your meetings, and I got to experience it. So let's let people know about you. I'm going to start with you, Steve. Tell us how it all started for you in regards to getting into this point where you have Event Raptors.
Yeah, so I have been working in a world of coaching and using in-person events for a long time, and then COVID hit in 2020, of course. Another opportunity, so I wanted to go out and actually do coaching on my own rather than working with another company. And I knew I had to be on stages to be able to do that. So we created a virtual summit to promote our coaching, or my coaching group back then, a coaching company. And that was really successful. We did 2 virtual summits. We had a lot of speakers. The first one, we had 27 speakers. The second one, we had 37 speakers coming in. And between the 2 summits and the follow-up we did afterwards, we did $40,000 in revenue, and we created a group coaching program. And I was like, hey, all my group coaching clients have to do the same. I mean, I'm all in client and lead generation and client sales, etc. And this is a fabulous way of generating clients, knowing that none of them would actually be able to replicate what I did. So I sat down with Jen and our son, Jake, and said, how about we create a system that allows my group coaching clients and anybody else who wants to run virtual summits much more easily than they can today. And that was the birth of the Event Raptor system. We started in March of 2021, and we launched the system really about July, August of 2021. And then we started running summits for people, and it's been a great success.
Wow, that's incredible. So let me ask you, Steve, in terms of your coaching, what do you specialize in coaching first of all?
Well, it's really about getting more clients, and our unique way of getting more clients is using virtual summits to do the lead generation. But then we have a whole system of how do you deal with the prospects that are coming into your system to convert them into clients as well. So that's the focus of what.
Okay, so that's what you specialize in, is helping them get more leads for their business.
Get more leads and convert them into clients.
Okay, I see. All right. And then Jen, what about you? What is your background? What's your specialty?
Wow. Well, I'm not the tech person. I'm the person that backs up the tech person. So actually, I really, when we created Event Raptor, we wanted people to be visible. So visibility, if you like, has really been my thing. So I've got a background in teaching performing arts. I'm also a voiceover. So I talk for a living, and I know the power of communication, the power of a message that lands and resonates. And also I've been a very passionate networker for the last 20 years. And so I really believe in the power of communication. And when we launched Event Raptor, we were already in the virtual world, and a lot of people didn't know how to show up and press a button and make global and international connections and talk about what they did on a global scale. So I think I provided my input, if you like, was really to make people realize that this was actually possible, that with messaging that works with people, you can literally talk to people and have clients and gain community and connection all over the world. So that's really been my thing. I'm the noisy one that talks about Event Raptor, and
now I am curious, with you being as a speaker talking about communication, what do you how long have you been a speaker before you guys started the Event Raptor?
Gosh, in terms of professional speaking, not really.
Okay.
As a professional speaker, my background was voiceover. So I have been a professional voiceover for well over a decade.
Wow.
But actually, like most people, when we decided to launch this, that's how we have been finding our feet as professional speakers. So, but also in terms of networking, which is, business networking, going to networking meetings, I've very much have worked and honed and shaped and refined what my minute message looks like. What does 10 minutes look like? What does longer look like? So really and truly, we've been communicators for the longest time.
Okay. And I'm curious in regards to your relationship, working relationship with Steve. How does that work for both of you? Is there like a very cohesive way of working? I mean, I wanted to just understand how you guys work together.
Well, I think, I'm sure Steve will have his own way of saying it, but we play to our strengths, and we very much wanted to run Event Raptor in our way. We are both introverts. One of us is noisier than the other, and I think you can already figure out which one it is. But we wanted to run Event Raptor in that way and look about what our strengths are. I'm not the tech person, the expertise in creating Event Raptor, which is literally Steve's baby from the ground up. He created it. That's his strength. My strength is interpersonal networking, meeting people, that kind of thing. So
okay.
as a couple that have been married for 32 years, with
wow.
kids, and we've just naturally know how to play to our strengths, and working for the greater good of getting Event Raptor out there for people to be part of and enjoy.
Okay, so where are you originally in right now? What city and country is it?
Okay, well, we currently live in Oslo, Norway. Steve, as you might be able to tell from the little accent there, Steve is actually Norwegian, but I'm British. So it's
so cool. This is the Fabulous Lifestyle, and I always like to share insight and inspiration to people that even coming from outside the United States. It's so cool that I have you both here. So anyway, okay, so you've been married for 32 years and you work really well. You've got the technical skills with Steve, and then Jen, you're more the extrovert and more in the communication, social with people. So when you started the Event Raptor, what was the experience in the beginning? What are the challenges that you guys have dealt with?
Well, Steve might want to answer that, but do tell your story about running events, Steve, and how you've grown from there.
Well, yeah, I would say that my challenge in particular has been that I'm an introvert, and when I'm saying I'm an introvert, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably about a 25 in terms of being an introvert. So when I ran my first summit, so this was 4 days, we had 27 speakers. And what you do on the summit is that at minimum, you should be the host. So you introduce all of the speakers, and you facilitate the Q&A, and then you do a little bit of a summary maybe, or like welcoming people to the event. And I was literally like, thank you very much, speaker. And here's the next speaker. Okay, 45 minutes until the next one, kind of thing. And after on my third day, I was like, maybe I should introduce myself. So I went over to thank you very much, speaker. Hi, I'm Steve Erickson. Here's the Solopreneur Accelerator Summit. This is what the summit is about. Then going to next speaker, kind of thing. And I was like 4 days in, and really on the next summit is when I started relaxing. So fighting that introverted and training myself, that has been my biggest challenge. Absolutely. The technology for me is easy. A lot of the other things are easy. Being on stage for hours, that is tough.
Okay. Well, I know that for a lot of people that are introvert, it takes a lot of energy for them to be able to communicate and be around people. But with what you have done, I believe that it can be trained. They can be trained to be extrovert if they really want to, but it does take a lot of effort, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that you could train me to be, I mean, it might be different for other people. You couldn't train me to be an extrovert, but you can train me to tolerate being as much on camera as I am.
Okay, I see.
I would still, when we're done here, I will still go like, okay, that was over. And then I have more meetings and I have to do more meetings, so it's still draining. I still have to go recover. We do a networking meeting for about 2.5 hours twice a month. And when I'm done with that meeting, because I'm on camera virtually the whole time, when I'm done with the meeting, I will go and sit in a chair in the living room for an hour or two kind of thing. And then I'll be recharged and ready to do more work. So that's how it works for me, being an introvert.
Okay, Jen, what was your experience on that?
Well, really, as I say, really and truly, we very much play to our strengths. So when we actually run our own events, we come, if you like, from a gentler place. So we're not high octane, big people. We come from a quieter place. And I think that when there is that congruency, when you run things in a way that is natural for you, you then naturally attract the people that like your vibe. So we're very privileged, and we say every time we run our networking meeting, that we have lovely people that come along, and also they say, I feel a sense of belonging, I feel seen, I feel heard. And that's because of the place we come from. But also, like Steve, we're sitting in the living room together after the meeting, because it's a lot of peopling, it's a lot of moving parts. And, we want people, whether they come to our summits or our networking, to have the best experience, to feel that they've come along and that they've been able to convey their message. So, we always say we're a work in progress. But, it's a privilege to be connected to so many people around the world. And, we're always honing and shaping and refining what we do as we go anywhere. And, we always have a little chat after any event. Maybe we could have done that differently. Let's look at that. Or, we have a little message system. So sometimes I'll message Stephen just saying, oh, remember this, or how about that, or smile, because, he's busy focusing on something. And of course, sometimes when you focus, you might have that kind of grumpy look because you're really focused, but it's kind of like, we're having a nice time. But yeah, there we go. So.
Well, we're going to go take a commercial break, and we will be right back. Don't go away, everyone. This is Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, and I'm your host, Marie Waite.
Are you interested in learning about real estate investing? Are you a veteran real estate investor looking to connect and learn from other real estate investors? Real estate investing has provided the resources to change the lives of many people I know, as it has done for me. Hi, I'm Steve Malley. I've been blessed over the past 25 years to participate in over $1 billion worth of real estate development and construction projects across the country, and have been well rewarded for the effort. I have also helped numerous real estate investors and beginners to get started or find ways to grow their real estate investing business. Join me on the morning of October 20th in San Diego at the Fire Up Live event for our Real Estate Mastermind Breakfast. This is not a networking event, a seminar, or a presentation. This is for serious real estate investors looking to share ideas, problem solve, find resources, and talk through their challenges to discover solutions, and is limited to only 20 attendees. Go to fireuplive.com to learn more and register for this one-time event in San Diego at the Hazard Center DoubleTree Hotel. That's fireuplive.com. I look forward to seeing you.
The worst thing a homeowner can do is be without a good set of tools. Don't find yourself caught without the right tools. The Real Men of Real Estate's ultimate utility bag ensures you're equipped for any DIY task. With high-quality essentials like a hammer, measuring tape, multi-tool, and Exactac picture hanging tool housed in a sturdy bag, you'll be ready for anything. It's not a good feeling when you have to stop right in the middle of a project because you didn't have that tool that you should have had in the first place. Introducing the Real Men of Real Estate's Ultimate Utility Bag from Caliber 8. This ultimate all-around-the-house tool bag includes essentials like a non-slip grip 16-ounce claw hammer with a nail starter, which is perfect for keeping your fingers safe from getting smashed, a durable 16-foot measuring tape, which is a must in any toolkit, the Caliber 8 Multi-Max Pocket Tool, which features a 6-inch locking-style adjustable pocket wrench, 5-position wrench, 2 Phillips, and 1 flathead screwdriver, a durable stainless steel pocket knife, can and bottle opener, saw blade, and LED flashlight so you don't have to get caught in the dark. A compact toolkit small enough to fit in your glove compartment or your kitchen drawer, with a utility knife, 2 Phillips and flathead precision screwdrivers, a mini socket set, a box of wood and machine screws, needle nose pliers, wire cutters, and a driver set with flathead Phillips and Torx style bits, and the Exactac picture hanging tool, which makes picture hanging easy with no measuring required or stray holes to deal with. With everything you need conveniently packed in one sturdy bag, you'll be ready for any DIY task. Call area code 619-453-4664 or visit realmenofrealestate.com. The first
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. And I'm your host, Marie Waite. We have Jen and Steve Erickson, who are the CEO and founder of the Event Raptor. And we were just talking about how they started the company and going through the process of building it. So, Steve, my question for you is, how many people did you have in the beginning, and how many clients do you have now?
Oh, that's a very good question. So how many people we had in the beginning? So we hired an external team to develop the system in the beginning. They were with us for about 3 to 4 months, and that was 3 people, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. And they got us ready to be like what we call MVP, minimum viable product. So we were able to spend our time actually focusing on selling it instead of having to spend all the time developing. So when we launched, we then, so the story here is I actually went through a really bad time in terms of health. When we launched, it was very, very difficult because I ended up not being able to speak more than for like 30 seconds, and I would be coughing my guts out. I had double pulmonary embolism, so basically blood clots in both lungs. And that really drained me. And it took several weeks for that to actually develop and be visible on the X-rays and everything. When I was past that, I didn't get better. I was exhausted all the time. So I would sit in a meeting and really, after about 15 minutes in the meeting, a sales calls can take, an hour long. And I was just so exhausted, I would have to finish the call. So we basically had very little income in that period of time. And all we were living on was really the pre-sales that we did. Because when we had the developers, we actually launched the system and sold the system before anybody could even log into and do anything. And we did very, very well out of that. So we survived on that for a few months. And then it turned out...
And when was this? What year was that?
So this was 2021. So we'd started developing in March of 21, and I fell ill around July of 21. And then in January 22, we found out that I had 2 blocked arteries. One artery was 98% blocked and the other was 95% blocked. So I had stents inserted. And after that, my energy came back. I was feeling much, much better. We started running our own virtual events again. Sales went up. But we were really on our own until, we had somebody working with us last year. And then this year, we are now really building a team. We now have 2 developers. We have a client success manager. We have somebody who does all of the implementation for our clients. And then Jenny and I are working full-time in the business as well. So we are growing. I can't tell you the exact number of clients we have right now, but we have hundreds.
Okay. And Jen, what was going through your mind when this was happening with Steve?
Well, it's quite interesting because, as you see, we're people of a certain age. We're not 20-year-olds in a startup. We are people in sort of the other end, if you like, of starting a new business. So actually, it was pretty devastating because we had a business that was growing. We were proving what we said. Visibility is everything, because when you are visible and when you are out there, and your company starts to grow. And then, of course, because Steve wasn't visible, our company wasn't growing at all. So it was a pretty scary time. And, Steve often tells the story quite, matter-of-factly, but it was, a very scary time for us as a family because he was very seriously ill on both occasions. And so, super grateful that he navigated both of those. And we're, here to share the story with you. So,
okay.
But, we've dug deep. Anybody who thinks that, and we hear people, and it's lovely, people say, oh my gosh, Event Raptor, you're so big, you've grown, whatever, and how easy it is. It's not easy. It does mean digging deep. It does mean working hours when other people are maybe going off to the movies or whatever. It does mean, even though we're in literally right next door to each other, that you're busy working, and that quality time you might crave, because you're just, you've made a commitment to people, you're delivering a service, and we didn't want to renege on our promise and compromise anything in terms of our clients. So a lot of moving parts.
Okay. Well, so how many clients do you guys have now?
Well, we have a few. We need to do a count, actually, Steve, don't we? So we're not being we're not being ambiguous when we say a few hundreds, because we haven't had a count recently, but in the hundreds, and that can be, and we have thousands in our community. So we have people that are in our community that use our free resources, come to our networking, they're in our speaker directory, the Facebook group, they come to our masterclasses, summits, right through to people that use the Event Raptor system autonomously, and they run their own events and off they go. And then we do done-for-you services, so people that want us to help and support them and run their events, right through to bespoke one-to-one clients.
Okay.
So we have a bit of everything. So really, we don't think in terms of actual clients. We think in terms of thousands in our community, which of course is a huge privilege to have.
Yeah, and I actually enjoy learning more about your website. I just recently joined, and I see the power of what you guys do in regards to bringing all the speakers and the event planners. And I actually play both as an event planner and also as a speaker. So it's really amazing what you guys have put together. And that's why I'm very grateful for both of you in regards to all the things that you have done to create this platform and be able to, help people like us to connect with other people. I mean, you definitely have international connections there, because I'm here in San Diego, California, and I'm tapping to other people from different countries. So it's an incredible opportunity for me.
Yeah, it's interesting, because probably predominantly most of our clients are in the US and Canada, but we have clients all over the world. But the thing that meant the world to us is when we started our networking event, the first few times that we had it, people realizing, because a lot of people hadn't put their businesses online, realizing that they would come out of one of what we call our breakthrough rooms at our networking event, and they would be in, say, San Diego. They've just met somebody in another country, and they're going to be on a podcast that goes out to 75, 80 countries, realizing that suddenly there literally is a whole world out there, and that we are more connected than ever, and that what so many people speak about is not just US or UK centric, that if you're talking about how to grow your business, you're talking about the menopause, lifestyle, training, all sorts of things, that impacts us the world over. And so really and truly, we are a global community, and we want to empower other people to have their own global communities too, and have their own international connections, which is wonderful.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you about, in regards to the program that you have put in place. What was the mindset there, and what was also the focus for creating that way?
So when we're talking about the software, that was all about enabling people to generate leads and making sales. That has been our goal the whole way through. When I left the job I was the CTO of a coach certification company, and I left them in July of 2020, and I left a six-figure salary to go and do my own coaching. And we started with client attraction. How do you get more clients to your business? And then realizing that virtual summits was the best way of actually growing your prospect list very, very quickly, and then converting that list. So everything we have done in terms of programs for either the systems that we're providing or the services that we're providing around that is really focused on helping solopreneurs. And the reason for that is that's my passion. I like small businesses. I like independent businesses. I like solopreneurs, and I want them to succeed. But, it's very difficult to go out and find a university course in solopreneurship and how to be successful. And even if you do, they teach the wrong things. I have a 2-year MBA. And nothing I learned in the MBA actually positioned me to be a successful entrepreneur. On the contrary, what I was taught was really about big businesses, what Unilever and Procter & Gamble and what Sony, what kind of advertising and marketing they would do. And it's not applicable to solopreneurs. So when it comes to solopreneurs, I'm really, really passionate. And that's a story from my childhood. My father went bankrupt when I was 7 years old, and we lived in a very small community, and he had a convenience store with a gas pump. And the gas company removed the gas pumps from all of these convenience stores and said, you have to go to gas stations, economies of scale. But the small community, the nearest gas station was about 15 minutes drive away, next door to a supermarket. So he had expensive goods in the small convenience stores versus the supermarket, where now people were forced to drive to go and get their gas. And they just bought all of their shopping for the week. And he was not able to sell much anymore. So he went bankrupt. He stayed in bankruptcy for 10 years. That was the rule back in Norway back then. So, we're talking 1974. So from I was 7 to 17, I grew up feeling that the big business crushed my father's small business. It's not a sob story. We didn't go without food or anything like that. We had support with family and everything. But it's like, when you grow up with that feeling. So for me, always, solopreneurs need to be successful. They are struggling. I don't want them to go through what my dad had to go through. And that's why we focus on helping people make more money, making more clients, and charging what they're worth as well, because a lot of people don't charge what they're worth. So that's what we help people to do. And all our programs and our services are really aimed to make that happen.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing your story. That is very inspiring. And, we all have a lot of in our past that, really drives us to be, to do better in life and to serve other people in, more on a serving side. But I'm going to go ahead and take another commercial break. I am thankful for both of you. This is incredible. But for everyone that's listening, you are getting a good treat from these individuals, because they are incredible people, and you definitely wanted to check them out. And we will give you all the information later, but don't go away. We will be right back.
Are you interested in learning about real estate investing? Are you a veteran real estate investor looking to connect and learn from other real estate investors? Real estate investing has provided the resources to change the lives of many people I know, as it has done for me. Hi, I'm Steve Malley. I've been blessed over the past 25 years to participate in over $1 billion worth of real estate development and construction projects across the country, and have been well rewarded for the effort. I have also helped numerous real estate investors and beginners to get started or find ways to grow their real estate investing business. Join me on the morning of October 20th in San Diego at the Fire Up Live event for our Real Estate Mastermind Breakfast. This is not a networking event, a seminar, or a presentation. This is for serious real estate investors looking to share ideas, problem solve, find resources, and talk through their challenges to discover solutions, and is limited to only 20 attendees. Go to fireuplive.com to learn more and register for this one-time event in San Diego at the Hazard Center DoubleTree Hotel. That's fireuplive.com. I look forward to seeing you.
The worst thing a homeowner can do is be without a good set of tools. Don't find yourself caught without the right tools. The Real Men of Real Estate's ultimate utility bag ensures you're equipped for any DIY task. With high-quality essentials like a hammer, measuring tape, multi-tool, and Exactac picture hanging tool housed in a sturdy bag, you'll be ready for anything. It's not a good feeling when you have to stop right in the middle of a project because you didn't have that tool that you should have had in the first place. Introducing the Real Men of Real Estate's Ultimate Utility Bag from Caliber 8. This ultimate all-around-the-house tool bag includes essentials like a non-slip grip 16-ounce claw hammer with a nail starter, which is perfect for keeping your fingers safe from getting smashed, a durable 16-foot measuring tape, which is a must in any toolkit, the Caliber 8 Multimax Pocket Tool, which features a 6-inch locking-style adjustable pocket wrench, 5-position wrench, 2 Phillips, and 1 flathead screwdriver, a durable stainless steel pocket knife, can and bottle opener, saw blade, and LED flashlight so you don't have to get caught in the dark. A compact toolkit small enough to fit in your glove compartment or your kitchen drawer, with a utility knife, 2 2 Phillips and flathead precision screwdrivers, a mini socket set, a box of wood and machine screws, needle nose pliers, wire cutters, and a driver set with flathead Phillips and Torx style bits, and the Exactac picture hanging tool, which makes picture hanging easy with no measuring required or stray holes to deal with. With everything you need conveniently packed in one sturdy bag, you'll be ready for any DIY task. Call area code 619-453-4664 or visit realmenofrealestate.com. The first
Welcome back, everyone. This is Marie Antoinette Waite here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show on KCAA Radio Network. And we have Steve and Jen Erickson from the Event Raptor. So Steve and Jen, whoever wants to answer this, share us the process of if someone wants to join your organization, what is the process of them from coming in from day one and to what would be the possibility of them coming out of it?
Okay, so we have various programs, and generally the process we take people through is we start with defining what the who their target audience is. One of the things we live into is that you cannot hit the goal you don't have. So if you want to get clients on board, what do their clients look like? Who are they? What are they interested in? And we don't really use demographics. We don't care whether somebody is 35 years old and they live in rural Minnesota and they go to the PTA and things. If you're looking up like client avatar on Google or something like that, they'll come up with all of these different definitions. What we are concerned about is, do they have the problem you solve, and do they want the solution that you provide? If that's a match, then we can start digging further into them. And then what we'll want to find out is, what your ideal client, what drives them? What is it that they wake up in the middle of the night sweating with fear? What is it they want to have as an outcome that you are providing? Some people, for instance, for us, they want to have more clients. They say to us, but they don't really want necessarily more clients, because you can get them 100,000 clients if you want, if you charge them 50 cents for something that's going to get them $100,000 in revenue. That's easy to sell. What you want is normally a certain level of income, a certain level of success, a certain level of recognition, and a manageable lifestyle. Not everybody wants to build a coaching business where they're hiring coaches to be able to deliver. So you have to charge enough to have that comfortable lifestyle and secure your financial outcome or your financial future, with the clients that you have. So we first of all work on, what are your goals? Who is the client that will buy your services? And when we have that, we literally work backwards. We design an irresistible offer that people want, the audience that you are talking to, that they actually want. And we're teaching you how to have a conversation with them, which is not a high-pressure sales conversation. It's this is what we offer. Have you got this at the moment in your business? No? Well, would you like to have that in your business? Yes? Okay, great. And you take them through a whole plan of questions of, have you got this? Would you like to have it? And the idea is that in most cases, when you're saying, do you already have it in your business? They'll end up saying no, they don't have it. Or in their personal life, it doesn't matter whether somebody's trying to go to be slim, they're trying to sort out back pain, they're trying to do business coaching. It doesn't really matter. So we lay out this plan. And then when we have this in place, we have the offer, we have the how do you actually going to convert them and sell to them. That's when we start designing virtual events. And again, we start with the end in mind. You want to get somebody into the virtual event who's going to buy your offer. So you need to speak to the audience who's going to be in the room. You want to find speakers who are coming in, because the whole thing about Virtual Summit in the space that we're in is that you don't pay the speakers. The speakers pay to be in your stage because they get exposure for that particular audience. It's their target audience. And the way they pay isn't with dollars. It's with finding registrants for the summit. So when you're doing a summit, you can get 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 new prospects on your list. So we design what you're trying to sell to them. What's the offer you're going to give? Who's that audience? Who's the speakers who can talk into the challenges that you are solving for that audience and bring that audience in? When you're growing your list by 500 to 1,000 new prospects, then how do you market to them and get them into a call with you so you can actually sell them? So to give an example, we had a summit we did in February of 2022, which over a 2-year period generated $50,000 in sales. We did another summit at the end of June that has generated $19,500. And that was generated within 1 week of doing the summit because we had this structure in place. So that's what we're helping our clients do.
Wow, that's amazing. Jen, any of your thoughts about it too?
Yeah, I mean, that's as mentioned, there are so many things we do. I mean, we have people that come into our community who just, are part of our community and take advantage of our free resources. And we absolutely love that. But, Event Raptor, telling tales here on Steve was actually created by him because I always say to people that when you want to run a virtual event, there's lots of moving parts and it's a bit like herding kittens. You've got landing pages and speaker bios and what time is Marie speaking and all that stuff. And that's, that drove Steve bananas. Being an automation guy, he wanted that. So, really and truly, it's our mission, if you like, at whatever level of service I would, to simplify the process of just getting out there, and whether that's to get out there to speak or to grow your own client base or whatever. We've got a bit of something for everybody, and that's the nice thing, that we've met so many people, sadly, that have spent thousands, tens of thousands on high-level coaching programs, but what they don't have in place is the foundational stuff on how to get out there. They've been told they should do it, and etc. They've done a 3-day event where they've waved their arms and put down their credit card, but they don't have the infrastructure. So we very much work on growing your business so that people have solid foundations in place. So when they do run their own virtual event, or even if they want us to run it for them, then they are confident in what they're doing, and they understand the infrastructure of how to not have an event that just, where 3 people turn up, they sell one $47 course. They know that at the end of it, they're going to have grown their list, grown their community, made sales, made great connections and all that. So that's really what we do. So we like conversations with people. As Steve says, we're not salespeople, we're conversationalists. So we like to look at people where they are and see what's a good fit for them in order for them to move forward.
Okay, I bet you guys have a lot of success stories, but what is one favorite success story that you can share with us, Jen?
Oh gosh, I mean, there's just I tell you, actually, one of our very favorite success stories, which is one Steve and I, because it's very, very dear to us, is actually when we launched Event Raptor. And in the first instance, when we started it, one of Steve's coaching clients was a lady in her 70s, wonderful Canadian lady, who said, I want to run my own summit. I want to do it myself, Steve. I don't want you to help me, but these are the things I'm challenged by. And so, I should say, Steve really walked through with her what was, what challenges might be. And actually, she was a huge part in helping us shape making Event Raptor easy and user friendly. And then she went on to run a successful summit and go out there and be autonomous. So really and truly, that's a beginning story. It's a very powerful one for us, because it's almost like, I guess it's when your children leave home or when birds leave nest, when you watch that sort of first, somebody using something that you have lovingly created, and of course in your head you know how to do it, but watching somebody, and as a lady of a certain age, and she's an amazing lady, go out there and do the thing, to Steve and I, that's probably one of the dearest memories that we have of actually just getting started.
Yeah.
Well, I would add that this lady had used computers for about 2 to 3 years. So she started very, very late, and she did virtually everything on her own in our system. The other kind of success stories is both that people are actually making money. And we have a lot of people who are using our system and don't tell us what the end result is in terms of what they're making money. But we know that there are people who are doing them again and again. But, we have 2 clients who are doing one of them is doing about 40 summits this year.
Yeah.
40 virtual summits, and the other one is doing 24 virtual summits. Now you need to ask yourself why they're doing 24 and 40 summits, because they're being successful with them. They're making money doing them. So, and also that our system is making it so easy that they can actually do that and do their what else they're doing in their business too.
And you're involved and active in doing their summits, if they're doing 40 summits, or is it they're just doing on their own?
They're doing it on their own on our platform, because our platform makes it so easy.
I see.
When Steve started Event Raptor, it was for people to be autonomous because we created a system that made it easy for people to run their own events. And we're always in the background if you need us in any way. But then we do have clients that say it is easy to use, but I just want to turn up and be fabulous and do my thing. Can you do it for us? So we offer different levels of service. If people just want to show up and save their energy for their event and they want us to do everything, then we'll do that too. So we have we have something for everybody, a bit like a chocolate box, really, but it's something for flavors of Event Raptor.
Okay, well, that is so nice to know because I'm really excited to really learn more about your program and see how I can also benefit from all of it. But I think you guys are incredible, Steve, Jenny. Again, it's really nice to have people with great experience and share it to everyone. And so far my experience with your meetings has been very, very positive, and I have connected with several people already. And I see myself being more involved because of my experience. And I actually invited a friend of mine and was telling him that you got to be part of this. This is so cool, And so, part of me is I wanted to do some due diligence. That's why I wanted to ask you all this question. I want to find out, okay, what are the programs and, how can I benefit from it? But from everything that you have shared so far, I am thankful for all the stories that you have given us. And I think that's very helpful for someone like me who's trying to, understand the process. But anyway, we're going to go take another commercial break. And in our last segments, I actually wanted to ask you both of where you wanted to take your company and what is the vision. So, but for the meantime, we're going to go honor our sponsors and we will be right back. Everyone, don't go away. Fabulous Lifestyle. We'll be back.
Are you interested in learning about real estate investing? Are you a veteran real estate investor looking to connect and learn from other real estate investors? Real estate investing has provided the resource to change the lives of many people I know, as it has done for me. Hi, I'm Steve Malley. I've been blessed over the past 25 years to participate in over $1 billion worth of real estate development and construction projects across the country, and have been well rewarded for the effort. I have also helped numerous real estate investors and beginners to get started or find ways to grow their real estate investing business. Join me on the morning of October 20th in San Diego at the Fire Up Live event for our Real Estate Mastermind Breakfast. This is not a networking event, a seminar, or a presentation. This is for serious real estate investors looking to share ideas, problem solve, find resources, and talk through their challenges to discover solutions, and is limited to only 20 attendees. Go to fireuplive.com to learn more and register for this one-time event in San Diego at the Hazard Center DoubleTree Hotel. That's fireuplive.com. I look forward to seeing you.
The worst thing a homeowner can do is be without a good set of tools. Don't find yourself caught without the right tools. The Real Men of Real Estate's ultimate utility bag ensures you're equipped for any DIY task. With high-quality essentials like a hammer, measuring tape, multi-tool, and Exactac picture hanging tool housed in a sturdy bag, you'll be ready for anything. It's not a good feeling when you have to stop right in the middle of a project because you didn't have that tool that you should have had in the first place. Introducing the Real Men of Real Estate's ultimate utility bag from Caliber 8. This ultimate all-around-the-house tool bag includes essentials like a non-slip grip 16-ounce claw hammer with a nail starter, which is perfect for keeping your fingers safe from getting smashed, a durable 16-foot measuring tape, which is a must in any toolkit, the Caliber 8 Multimax Pocket Tool, which features a 6-inch locking-style adjustable pocket wrench, 5-position wrench, 2 Phillips, and 1 flathead screwdriver, a durable stainless steel pocket knife, can and bottle opener, saw blade, and LED flashlight so you don't have to get caught in the dark. A compact toolkit small enough to fit in your glove compartment or your kitchen drawer, with a utility knife, 2 Phillips and flathead precision screwdrivers, a mini socket set, a box of wood and machine screws, needle nose pliers, wire cutters, and a driver set with flathead Phillips and Torx style bits, and the Exactac picture hanging tool, which makes picture hanging easy with no measuring required or stray holes to deal with. With everything you need conveniently packed in one sturdy bag, you'll be ready for any DIY task. Call area code 619-453-4664 or visit realmenofrealestate.com. The first
Welcome, everyone. We are back here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, and we still have one segment with Steve and Jenny Erickson, who are the CEO and founder of the Event Raptor. So, Steve and Jenny, what is the vision for the company? Because it looks like it's a beautiful and powerful program that you have put together. So, where do you see your company going, and what do you have something in place that you're already implementing?
Yeah, so I think for me, the vision of where I want to take it is reaching more people and enabling them to actually be successful as coaches. You know, there's a lot of pressure in the environment that people are functioning in. There's a lack of information and knowledge about how to be successful. So we are expanding all the time with, more training. We run master classes. We're running a membership club to help people be successful as well, that provides more in-depth training. And then the more the done for you virtual summits, where we are really working on enabling you to sell your services. But the key thing for me is to just reach more people, reaching more clients who need this service. When I speak to people, the biggest thing they are also like stopping them being successful is very simply their mindset. They are not in the mindset of like running a summit, or they're scared of running a virtual summit, or thinking that it's far too much to be involved in, or they say, I'm not ready. And, when I started with virtual summits, I was literally 8 weeks into my business, and I had a $497 6-week course. That was it. I had nothing else. I didn't have a group coaching. I didn't sell a coaching package of any kind. I literally sold a $497 program, total introvert, and 8 weeks into the business. So if I managed to do that, and I had a tech knowledge to make it happen, but if I managed to do that and be successful and sell for $40,000, now that I'm giving people the tech systems to enable it, and make it a lot easier than it was for me back then they should be able to do this. They should be able to go out and get clients. And for us, it's about building that base of people who just want to run virtual summits and or not so much want to run virtual summits, they want to grow the business, and they're looking at virtual summits being the way of doing that. And also webinars. We have a platform that enables you to run webinars. Evergreen webinars will be coming next year. Currently, it's mostly live webinars. These are all tools that will enable you to be successful, together with the knowledge sharing and the teaching that we do. That's our aim, and to just develop that further.
Okay. And Jen?
Yeah, really, we haven't even scratched the surface. I mean, there literally is a whole world out there. And we want to demonstrate, and have wanted to demonstrate to people that, you don't necessarily have to go out and run your own summit initially, but you can be part of a community and go out there and test the waters and start speaking. And with our networking meeting, for example, we're encouraging not just people who run summits, but live streamers, podcasters, people that have their own shows, to get out there and to be seen and to be heard. But also what we're always looking on what can we add to enhance the system. For example, we added a CRM system on about 18 months ago to Event Raptor. So it has a CRM system. We have integrated AI, so we show people how to use AI. And a lot of people are scared of AI. They think it's coming over to take the world, and oh my goodness, how do I even use it? So we run things like our masterclasses to show people how to use something. For example, AI, it's not a sausage machine. You've got to think about what to put in it. But sometimes when people get in their own way because they have things they want to say, but they don't know how to say it, then hopefully that we're a resource when people are part of our community, that by working things out and being part of the community, they can get out there and start speaking. And we've had people that have been part of our community that are almost monosyllabic. They've so much to say, they just don't know how to get started. Yeah. And then we watch those people, and then they say, I'm ready to run a summit. I want to bring people together. Or people that say, I don't know, I run a webinar, I've got something awesome, and I don't know how to monetize it. I don't know how to keep people to the end. We talk about that too. So really and truly, the more people we reach, we never get tired of people hitting milestones and telling us and saying, I got out there and I was on a radio show, or I got out there and I spoke on someone's summit, or I've just written this and now I've got a course. I mean, we celebrate the small stuff. It's all about the momentum for us. You know, some people get scared by lofty goals. Goals are important, but the momentum is everything. And, you know, we're down to earth enough to just say, that's just, if we can send you a virtual hug and just, you know, that's what's important to us, is just always to, you know, be working within the business and just enjoying the lovely people that come join us.
Okay. So we only have a couple of minutes here. If you can just give your last words to our audience and let them know how they can get a hold of you. I'll start with you, Stephen.
Yeah, so my last words to the audience is really, don't let fear hold you back. You know, we just need to take a step forward into that unknown. But there are also people out there who can support you when you're doing that. So you actually have the ability to go and get mentors who will help you be successful. You know, the people who I see who are failing are the ones who don't move forward. They are fearful of taking that next step, and they don't even try taking the next step, or they go really, really wrong, but are unwilling to look for help. So if you're willing to move forward, go and find people who will be able to support you in that process and who can guide you in the right way of doing it, and take those steps, go forward. And the chances are of you being successful are much, much higher. So that's what I would recommend.
Okay, Jen, how did they get a hold of you?
How do they get hold of us? Well, we are eventraptor.com. Very, very easy to find. And we're Steve at eventraptor.com and Jenny with an N-N-I-E, Jennie at eventraptor.com. We have a Facebook group called Speaker Connections. You can find us there all the time. And we're and LinkedIn, of course. We can always give you our LinkedIn details too. So
okay. Well, it's thank you so much for being here and for sharing all your stories. And for everyone that's out there listening, make sure that you connect with Steve and Jenny. If you wanted to be successful in business, they are an amazing connection. And if you wanted to, get a hold of me and need more information about them, feel free to connect with me at 619-453-4664. And again, this is the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. I'm your host, Maria Antoinette Waite, and we're here every Sunday at 3:00 p.m. Please make sure to share our show. We are also on Building Solid Foundations channel with Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Android app. And you can find us in all of your favorite streaming podcasts and channels. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you again, Steve and Jenny. And we will see you next time.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.
Thank you, Inland Empire, for listening to KCAA Radio.